Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Dharamveer. He will take your session for the basics of the database. Sir, please,
Yes,
over to
yes.
you.
Very good afternoon to one and all present over here. I am Dharamveer Moga from DVS Web Infotech, and here we are to cover the basics of relational database management system, that is RDBMS. So the topics which we are going to cover are: first one, relational data model. The topic which we are going to cover is relational data model. So here, when you see the relational data model, it consists of two main words. First one is relational. Here you can see the relation, the term relation itself, and the second term which is data model. So very first thing that we will cover here will be relational data model, means first thing that is relation, and second thing that is data model. So what next we are going to cover in this topic is domain, very first point. Second point which we are going to cover is tuple. Third point which we are going to cover is attribute. And the next 2 points are very much related with the previous 2 points, which is tuple and attribute. What I'm going to say you, what I'm going to tell you, that the next 2 points which we will cover will be degree, and the last point which we will cover is cardinality.
Sir, your screen is not visible.
Mine screen. So is it visible right now? My board.
You have to share the screen. The sign is just right side of the mic.
Sure, sure. Sorry, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very
Now
much,
it's
sir.
visible, sir.
Okay. Sure. So, see here, the topic which we are going to cover is relational data model. If we talk about relational data model, data model is consisting of two words. The very first word or term is relational. Here we will see the relation. What do we mean by relation? And the second term which we are going to discuss is a data model. So the very first point which we are going to cover is relational data model together. The further points which we are going to cover with relational data model are: first one is domain. We will cover what do we mean by domain and where we use it. This is very much related with the term attribute. We will cover it later on. And the second term which we are going to cover is tuple. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you, whenever we will talk about tuple, it means row and record. Whenever we will talk about tuple, the term tuple, you can say it, or its alias name is row or record. Whatever you say, it's okay. And the very next term, see, the term tuple, which is very much related with, is the term cardinality. I am showing you here the links, which term is linked with which term, because whenever we will start the topic in detail, these terms will be very much useful for us. Next term is attribute. If we talk about the alias of attribute, that is column, or we can say it as a field. If we talk about attribute, attribute is also known as, or we can say the alias of the term attribute is column or field. Now, if we talk about degree, degree is related with the term attribute. And last two terms which we are going to cover is degree and cardinality. When we will talk about degree, there we will use the term attributes. And when we will talk about cardinality, there we will use the term tuple. So let's quick revise the topics which we are going to cover today. First one, relational data model. Here, see, there is a term relation. And when we will talk about a relation, that means is a table. When we will talk about a relation, relation is also known as, or we can call a relation as a table. So the term relational data model which we are going to cover very first, then we will cover sequence wise domain, tuple, attributes, degree and cardinality. So moving forward, I'm erasing. Now, the very first term, what is relational data model? Relational data model. When we talk about relational data model, it consists of two words. I'm going to teach you the very first term, that is data model. You all might have created a model up to now in your age in 10th standard, if you are from science background, then in 12th standard, or you might have studied software engineering. If you have studied software engineering, you might have heard this term model or a term prototype. So what is data model? Very first point which we need to understand is, what do we mean by data model? So if we talk about a data model, a data model is a set of concepts. You might have in your life made a model. You might have some concepts in your mind, and all those concepts you have put somewhere and made a model. Similarly, when we will talk about relational data model, the very first term, that is model. What is data model? A set of concepts. You might have a set of concepts to describe, because a model always describes something. Now here, what you want to describe? You want to describe your database. So getting my point? You want to describe the structure of database, how the database will look like, what will be the structure of the database. If you want to describe the structure of database by some set of rules, by some prototype, then that term is known as the data model. I'm writing here the definition. A data model is a set of concepts to describe the structure of database. Whenever I say database, in future I will write there DB. DB means database, shortly. So what is data model? If someone asks you what do you mean by data model, because we should break the heading first in terms to understand the topic in a detailed manner. So if someone asks you what do you mean by data model, a data model is a set of concepts for what? To describe the database. If we want to describe the database, now what is database? We will cover later on. First of all, you need to understand, if you have some data, you have some data in rows and columns. If you have some data in rows and columns, and those rows and columns are known as relation, and you have one or more relations. If you have one or more relations, if you have one or more tables, that thing is known as database, that we will cover later on. So what is data model? A set of concepts to describe structure of database. Then this term is known as the data model. I'm going to cover one more point with this term now. So whenever you give a set of concepts to describe the database, you might have some restrictions also. You might some have restrictions on those, like primary key, foreign key, candidate key. And if you don't know these terms, you can understand if there is some restrictions on your data. Okay, those restrictions are known as the keys or integrity constraints. So the definition is a set of concepts to describe the structure of database and certain constraints means restrictions, and certain constraints means restrictions that DB means database should obey. And this is the complete definition or description of the term data model. The very last time I'm going to elaborate this term. Data model, you know, a model is a set of concepts that someone designed. You might design that concept, set of concept, I can design, someone else can design. So very first thing, data model. Data model is a set of concepts to describe the structure of database, and along with that you have put some constraints on it that the database should obey. Then this term is known as the data model. So I think it is clear to all of you. If there is some doubt with it, you can give me a message or you can reply here. Now I'm going to move on the second term, that is relation or relational. Now whenever we say the term relation, the alias name for relation is table. Interchangeably we can say table or relation is the same thing. Now what is a relation? Very first we try to understand what is a relation. Suppose you have some data. And you organize that data in rows and columns. And what I'm saying, try to understand. I have some data along with me, suppose like my name, my age, my occupation, etc. And my friend's name, his age or occupation. So if I have some data, like my name is Dharamveer Moga. If I talk about my age, let's approximately 30. If I talk about my occupation, training. I am from the training industry. If I talk about my friend, let's take the example of Ekam, my friend. If I talk about his age, approximately 32 years old age. If I talk about his then teacher. So what I'm having here, I am having here some data. I have a data Dharamveer, I have a data Ekam, I have a data 30 that is age, and if I talk about occupation or business, that is training and teacher. If I have some data and if I'm organizing those data, organizing that data in rows and columns, I have arranged it in rows and columns. So here name, age, and the next term is that is occupation or business, whatever we write here. So what I have done here, I have arranged my data in rows. So whenever we move from left to right, means row. First row, second row, whenever you sit in your classroom, and whenever we move from top to bottom, it is known as the column. So what I am saying, whenever we arrange our data in rows and columns, let me erase it to explain it in a better way. What is relation? Whenever we arrange our data in rows and columns, that term is known as relation. Arrangement, better term is organization. Organization of data in rows and columns termed as relation, or we can say that table. If someone asks you what do you mean by relation, so you can answer easily that if we have some data and we organize that data or data in rows and columns, in tuples and attributes, in records and fields. I have already told you whenever I will say row, that means tuple or record. Whenever I will say column, that means attribute or field. We will cover it later on, don't worry. So, what is relation? Arrangement of data in rows, organization of data in rows and columns is termed as relation. Now, we have the complete term here, that is relational data model. Now, we will talk about who is the one who has given this concept, relational data model. If we talk about the person, if we talk about the organization that has given this concept, that is relational data model. See, data models are of different types, and we are going to cover here only the relational data model. We are going to cover here relational data model. Okay, so relational data model was given by E.F. Codd. Who has given this model? There is a person whose name is E.F. Codd. He is the one who has given this concept, that is relational data model. So if someone asks you, who has given the concept of relational data model? Someone has given, and the one who has given is E.F. Codd. He was working in IBM. When he was working in IBM, he is from IBM. I think you know the full abbreviation of IBM, business machine. You know already, I think so. So, if we talk about relational data model was given by E.F. Codd. Very first thing. Second thing is, if we break this relational data model in different terms, then first term is data model. We have some data. Data means we have database. And if we talk about, if we have a set of rules to describe the structure of database, how the database will look like, how we have to arrange our data so that we can give the structure. So Mr. E.F. Codd given a concept, a set of concepts to describe the structure of database, the structure of relational database, the structure of relational database. And the relational database have some constraints that we will cover in next class, the concepts of keys, the concepts of integrity constraints that we will cover in our next class, that is on tomorrow. So, we have covered the term data model and we have covered one more term, that is relation. So, what is relational data model? If we have some data, if we arrange that data in rows and columns, that means we have some set of rules to describe the structure of database, and we have some constraint on it, which will cover later, means tomorrow. Then this term is known as relational data model. I think it is clear to all of you. If you want to take the screenshot, you can take, so we can move further. I'm giving you a minute. If you want to write it or take the screenshot, you can, so that we can move further. If any doubt, can give me a message. Via chat box. If any doubt to anyone, can give me a message via chat box. I think there is no doubt. So let's move further. I'm raising the topic here. Now, let's move inside the topic which is relational data model. Now, let's do the postmortem of this topic. Now, very first thing in relational data model, we will talk about relation. If we talk about a relation, every relation has three components. Whenever we talk about a relation, every relation has three components, three main components. There are so many components in a relation, but there are three main components of a relation, three main components. And whenever I say term relation, we can also call it as a table. Either we say the term table or relation, but because we are from the field of engineering, so it's better to say relation, not table. So we have already covered what is relation. If we talk about the main components, of a relation, then there are three main components. Very first one is name. If we talk about every relation, if we talk about every table, every relation has a name. Like relation employee, there is a table login. You might have heard about it, login or sign up. So every relation has three main components. There are so many components. I'm going to talk about only main components here. First one is every relation has a name. Second one, every relation has a degree, which is directly related with what? Which term? Attribute. Which is directly related with the term attribute. It's related with the term attribute, which we will cover. What I'm saying you, every relation has three main components. First one is name, second one is degree, and the next one is cardinal. We will have a doubt session at the end of the session. Last 5 to 10 minutes, we will have a doubt session. If any one of you has any doubt, you can note down. So we will discuss later on. The term cardinality, which is directly related with the term tuple. And I have already told you, whenever I will say the term attribute, you can also call it as field. And whenever I talk about the attribute, we can also call it as column. These are the areas for the term attribute. If I say field or I say column, both are the areas for the term attribute. And whenever I say the term tuple, means row or record. So these are the areas for this. So in a relation, there are not only three components, there are more than three components. Attribute or field or column, whatever you say, is also the component of a relation. But I'm talking about the main three components. Okay, that's why I have only three components. If we talk about a tuple means row or record. Now, if we need to frame the definition of the relation, that is organization of rows and columns, organization of tuples and attributes, organization of records and fields is known as relation. What is the definition? Organization of rows and columns. Organization of rows and columns is known as a relation. This is the term which we call relation. Now let's create a relation. Let's take an example of a relation, a proper example of a relation, so that we can understand it in a great manner. Let's take here an example. EMP code, then name of the employee. If we talk about an organization, in an organization, every employee has a code. If it is the standard organization, then every employee will be given a unique code, name, and the number of years he or she is working over there. So let's take an example. The employee code is here 21130, and the name is Amarjan. Whatever name you can want to give, Amarjan. And he's working in the company from last 1 year. If we talk about the next employee, its code is 30143, Mr. Kuldeep. And if you talk about the number of years he is working there, from last 3 years, he is a senior member over there. If we talk about Mr. Sachin, he is working over there from last 2 years. And there is last record, that is 51207. Miss Rita Jain. Rita Jain, she is working over there for last 6 years. So there is a relation. I have created here a relation. You can see the relation. The relation has rows and columns, means rows when we move from left to right. When we move horizontal, left to right means horizontal, then it's row, means record, means tuple. And when we move from top to bottom, it's filled, attribute, or column. So you can see here clearly that here we have 4 tuples. These are tuples. There are 4 tuples here in this table. All 4 are tuples. If someone asks you how many tuples you can see in this relation or table, 4. I can see here clearly there are 4 tuples. And when we talk about this EMP code, name and year, all these are known as, if you talk about EMP name, we talk about EMP code name, and we talk about year, we call it as attribute. So how many attributes you can see over here? There are 3 attributes. Very first attribute is EMP underscore code. Second attribute is name, and the third attribute is year. If you talk about the attributes here in this relation, there are 3 attributes. How many attributes are there in this particular relation? There are 3 attributes. If you talk about first attribute, that is EMP underscore code, second attribute, that is name, and the third attribute, that is year. Now we come to our next point. What is tuple? If someone asks you what is tuple, a record in a table is termed as tuple. A row in a table is termed as tuple. If someone asks you the definition of tuple, tuple, we also call it row, we also call it record. So what is the definition? If you frame it, a record in a relation is termed as tuple. A record in a relation is termed as tuple. And whenever we talk about the definition of attribute, it is also called known as column of attribute. A field in a relation is termed as attribute. A field in a relation is termed as attribute. Here, what attributes this relation consists of? There is an attribute emp underscore code. There is one more attribute, that is name, and last attribute of this relation is year. So let's name this relation as employee. We have given the name to the relation R. Whenever we need to represent the relation, we write R. Here the relation has employee, and this relation consists of 4 tuples. What is tuple? Let me again tell you. A row in a relation, a record in a relation is termed as tuple. And we talk about attribute, a field in a relation, a column in a relation is termed as attribute. Now, let's move to the last 2 points, and then we will quickly write over here all the definitions and will again revise it. So what do we mean by degree? I told you degree is related with attribute. Attribute means number of columns. Attribute means number of fields. So what do you mean by the degree of a table? The number of attributes in a relation is known as degree. So what is the degree of this table? If I ask you what is the degree of this table, means number of attributes. How many attributes are there? 3. So therefore, if there will be a relation, if we talk about an examination, there will be a relation in front of you, and they might ask you what is the degree of this relation. So you need to count the number of columns or fields or attributes. 1, 2, 3. So what is the degree of this relation? 3. The degree of a relation means how many attributes, how many columns, how many fields that relation consists of. If we talk about the degree of a table, that means how many attributes that relation consists of. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 3 attributes. So the degree of this table employee is 3. And now next point, what do we mean by cardinality? What do we mean by the term cardinality? Number of tuples in a relation, number of rows in a relation, number of records in a relation. What I'm saying, you listen carefully. If we talk about tuples, means when we move from horizontal, means left to right. If we move vertical, that means attribute. When we move horizontal, left to right, that is record. So how many tuples are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rows or 4 tuples are here. The number of rows, the number of tuples in a relation is known as the cardinality. So I told you this term cardinality is related with the term tuple. So you might have understood why I at the beginning told you that these terms are related with this. I think you have understood it. Take the screenshot so that we can write the definitions of all these terms. Listen carefully once more. What is the name of relation over here? Employee. What is the degree of this relation? 3. What is the cardinality of this relation? 4. There is one more component, that is attribute. Tuple is also the component of this relation. Please take the screenshot or click it so that we can move further. If you have any doubt, you can ping me via chat. Yes, let's erase it so that we can write the definitions of these terms. And there is one more term, that is the domain. How we can forget that term domain? See, tuple, then it is a tuple. This is the tuple. When we move from left to right, there is one tuple, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I highlighted only one tuple here. All these are tuples when we move from left to right or horizontal. Let's erase. This is our relation employee. We already here with it. Don't want to erase it. Very first definition, that is tuple. What is tuple? A record in a relation. A record, or we can say that a row in a relation. Relation means table. Means table. Is termed as tuple. Termed as tuple. I think you all might have understood it in a great manner. The second term, that is attribute. What do we mean by the term attribute? Uh, I have already pointed here to whom we call attribute and to whom we call tuple. Attribute, a column or field in a relation, means in a table. Termed as attribute. Now the next definition is degree. What do we mean by the term degree of a table? Degree of a relation means the number of attributes in a given relation. If we talk about this relation, the degree of this relation is 3, because here we have 3 attributes. Number of attributes. Attributes, we also call it as column or field. Number of attributes in a given relation. Whatever the relation will be there, the number of attributes in that relation is known as the degree of that relation. And the last top point is cardinality, which we have discussed. Number of tuples in a given relation. If there is any relation, in that relation the number of rows, the number of records, the number of tuples is known as the cardinality of that relation. I think you might all have understood these points. Now, listen carefully one more point. If we talk about, if there is a relation, there is a table, and it consists of only one attribute, then that relation is known as the unary relation. What I'm saying, please try to understand. If there is a relation, there is a table, and in that relation there is only one attribute, there is only one column, or there is only one field, then that relation is known as the unary relation. To whom we call a unary relation? A relation, a table in which there is only one attribute is known as the unary relation. If a relation consists of two attributes, binary relation. If a relation like this consists of three attributes, ternary relation. And so on. Let me repeat once more. Unary relation. If a relation consists of only one attribute, means one column, means one field, then that relation is known as the unary relation. If a relation consists of two attributes, then that relation is known as the binary relation. And if a relation is consists of three attributes or three fields or three columns, then that relation is known as the ternary relation, and so on. Further, you can classify it. Now, the last point is domain. Very important one. Most of the students find difficult to understand this point. The term domain, most of the students find it difficult to understand. Please have a look over here. Domain. I think you might have enjoyed in a pool, or you all might have seen a pool. So I'm also going to create a pool over here, not the pool which you have visited. Uh, let's see the pool over here. There is a pool. It's the pool of values. It's the pool of values. Suppose 1, 2, 5, 6, 3, and 10. There are some values. See here. What is domain? If we define what is domain, a domain is a set of values. Very first thing, what is domain? A domain is a set of values. See here, we have 6 values here. We can have more than 6 values. 1, 2, 5, 10, 3, 6. So we have here 6 values. Like we can write one more thing here. 7, 15. So what is domain? If someone asks you what do you mean by domain? A domain is a set of values from which values exist in a particular attribute. So see here, you can see the values under the attribute year. Here you can see the values under the attribute year. There is one. This one has come from this domain. 3, yes, this has also come from this domain. 2, yes, it's from there. 6, yes. From a domain, some or all values might appear in a given attribute. Let me tell you once more. Suppose there is an industry, there is a company, and the policy is that a person with minimum experience 1 year or 5 year can work over here, and up to 20 years. So the domain of values will be 1 to 20. If the minimum experience is 5 to 20. So what is domain? A set of values, and all the employees of that organization, that industry might have different or same values. See here, there may be experience two times it may be repeated, 3 times it may be repeated. So all these values for this attribute is from here. Okay, so what is domain? If someone asks you what do you mean by the term domain, a domain is a pool of values. A domain is a pool of values from which some or all values appear in a given attribute. A domain is a set of attributes. A domain is a set of values. A domain is a set of values from which some or all values might appear in a given attribute. That's the definition of the domain. Please note down or take a snapshot or click shot so that we can revise all the topics in today's class which we have covered. Please take the screenshot. Yes. So let's quickly revise what topics we have covered today to summarize before the end of this section. Very first thing, relational data model. We divided it in two terms: relation, data model. What is data model? A data model is a set of concepts, okay, set of concepts to describe the structure of the database. Along with it, there might be some rules that the database should obey. So definition was the data model. A data model is a set of concepts to describe the structure of the database, and there are some constraints or restrictions the database must or should obey. Next point was there relation. Relation means table. A relation consists of rows and columns. Next point, if we talk about the components of a relation, there were three main components. That doesn't mean there are only three components. There are many more, I told you. Every relation has a name. Every relation has a name. Every relation has a degree, means the number of attributes that relation consists of. If there is only one attribute in a relation, that means the degree of that relation will be 1. If there are two attributes in a relation, that means the degree of that relation will be 2. If there are n attributes in a relation, that means the degree of that relation will be n. There was one more attribute, that was cardinality, that means the number of tuples in that relation. If a relation consists of two tuples, that means the cardinality of that relation will be 2. If a relation consists of 10 tuples, that means the cardinality of that relation will be 10, and so on. Next point, these attributes, when we move vertically or top to bottom, there are, in this relation there are three attributes: emp underscore code, name, and year. So if someone asks you what we mean by the attribute, a column or field in a relation is known as the, or is termed as, attribute. A row or record in a relation is termed as tuple. Now the last point, that is domain. What do we mean by domain? Domain, see, if there is a relation, if we talk about any relation, see like this, EMP code are here for this particular attribute. See, if there are a set of values, a pool of values where there are 40,000 EMP underscore code, and from those 40,000 EMP underscore code, we have only 4. So, what is domain? A domain is a set of values, a pool of values from which there exists some or all the values for a given attribute. Like this, here we have a pool of values of years, and from this pool of values there are some or might be all values appearing for this year attribute. Then this is known as, this thing is known as the domain, not this. Sometimes you might see in your book, this might be circled like this, that is the domain, but actually domain is this. In some books, or you might find in some books, domain will be called like this, but the domain is a pool of values from which some values or all values appear in a particular or given attribute. So all this about this session. If any doubt, you can ask. Any one of you having any doubt regarding today's class can ask. Guys, please ask if you have any doubt regarding the today's topic or class. Let me enable the chat now, so it is disabled. I have enabled the chat. If you have any query, if you have any doubt, if you have any question to ask, please ask. by the chat box.
Students may also request to speak. I will make them the speaker and they can ask query or they can write the query in the chat box. Students, if you have any type of query, please type in the chat box. Sir, one query is there.
Yes.
Can the attribute contain values other than the domain too?
Yes. See, if there is a particular attribute, the values in the attributes will be only from the given domain, from the pool of values. Suppose there is a company, there is an organization, there are 100 employees. Let's take example of your college. There are 100 employees, and in a relation, we have made the entries of 10 employees. We have made the entries of 10 employees. So there will be a domain in which there will be values, how many experience a particular faculty have. Suppose 3 faculty has 5 years experience, there will be a value 5. 10 faculty members have the experience of 1 year, there will be a value 1. So there will be values, and if we make a table with 10 employees only, with 10 tuples or 10 records, that means there will be some values from the domain only, not other than the domain. Any other query? Doubt is clear or not, please let me know so that I can explain you once more if not clear. One more thing, a particular attribute or column or field might have same values more than once, because 2 faculty members or 2 employees might have the same number of experience, but in the domain it will reflect only once, because it is a pool of values from which some or all values appear for a particular or given attribute. Any other doubt or question? Any doubt, guys? Ayush Goyal, I think your doubt is clear. If not, please let me know. I think there is no doubt. So we should conclude this class. Wind up.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.